optimism about a Greek deal being tempered after euro area finance leaders said they arrived too late to review Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras's new proposal. Bloomberg's David Gura has a look at the main sticking points between the two sides. David?
Hey, Olivia. So, yeah, we focus on sort of the intractability of all of this. And what I want to do is sort of tick through the four things that have been sticking points. Let's start first with budget targets. So we'll look first at what the creditors are asking for and how Greece has responded. So this year they're looking for 1% of GDP. In 3 years, 3.5% of GDP. And we look at how Greece has responded to that. What we see is that we could hit these by raising corporate taxes on companies with a net income of more than 500,000 euros. That's one thing they've suggested. Another is raising a solidarity levy. This is on sort of middle class and upper class people in Greece. I wanted to look next at debt relief. This is something that creditors have been adamant about. There would be no exceptions here. There aren't going to be any debt relief. And so what we've seen from this proposal is maybe we want to index payments to growth. Greece wants to index payments to growth. Maybe there's been talk of sort of pausing some of these payments. I want to talk about pensions, and this is one where it seems like we know the most. Again, we had this press conference this morning from the head of the Eurogroup. He was saying, this came in a bit late. People are still reviewing the proposal. What we know here is they want to cut pension spending to 15% of GDP, bringing it down about 1%. What we heard from Greece here is that from Yanis Varoufakis, who's actually a very active blogger, he blogged about some of the things that they've proposed last night, is you can't do that. It would cause massive, fresh misery, in his words. So what he proposes is eliminating early retirement. That's one thing. Merging pension funds to cut costs, looking at operating costs here of the pension programs, and increasing employer contributions. He's talking about kind of cultural changes. That's sort of tackling fraud, and then very optimistically boosting employment, which right now is at 25%. So a lot of work to do there. Maybe some pie in the sky thinking. The last thing that I want to mention, the last sticking point here, is the sales tax. This has been sort of a hotly contested thing. What the creditors want is a value-added tax of 23%, a food and medicine tax of 11%. What we've heard Greece say is that, again, it's about cultural shifts here. That's what we need. And what Yanis Varoufakis has said is that higher rates will lead to an incentive to cheat. So we're looking at a value-added tax of 23%, food, energy, and hotels tax of 11%, and medicine and books tax of 6%. So these are moving targets. They're still changing again. The proposal is new.
And of course, Greece has already come a long way on a lot of these numbers. I mean, I remember shopping in Athens. First of all, shopping in Athens 5 years ago, you could pay 20% less for a nice pair of shoes, for like a nice Italian pair of shoes, if you paid cash. That's gone away a little bit. But VAT used to be 15%. So
a long road.
A long road. But clearly the sides getting a little closer together.
Seemingly so.